Geleo Try this guy. We'll be with you shortly. We'll be there.
Geleo. Give it to me, baby. font la guidée, à mon démoulé. Faut penser qu'il m'a. Si à voler à bord. Ça c'est qu'il m'a. Si à voler à bord. Yes, yeah, yes, yeah, yes, yeah. Angele, angele, angele. Yes, yeah, yes, yeah, yes, yeah. Angele, angele, angele. Angele, angele, angele. Angele, angele, angele. Watch out, we want peace and unity. Watch out, we always come together. Love is the reason why we live. Love is the only thing that brings us together. Watch out, we want peace and unity. Watch out, we always come together. Love is the reason why we live. Love is the only thing that brings us together. Don't say it more. Don't say it more. Don't say it more. Don't say it more. I get to bow. I get to blow.
My brother, you hear me?
I'm on delivery. Delivery in Cherry do wow.
You have to do it.
Watch out. 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 We want peace and unity. Watch out. We always come together. Love is the reason why we live. Love is the only thing that brings us together. Watch out. We want peace and unity. Watch out. We always come together. Love is the reason why we live. Love is the only thing that brings us together. Ase kera gire, amude mule. Amude mule, ase font la gire, amude mule. Faut penser qu'il m'a. Si à voler à bord. Ça c'est qu'il m'a. Si à voler à bord. Yes, yeah, yes, yeah.
My president, I want you to get situated, please, so we can get going. All right, you ready to go? All right. Yep, you're visible. There you go. Let's hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming on. All right. I think you go back a little bit. You're still kind of closer to the perfect. Perfect. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good morning, wherever you are around the world. This is the Voice of Sano in the diaspora. Our first edition for the week. So this week, our first section, we are starting with an impromptu guest, which is the president of the Sarpo Association in the Americas, Delaware Valley chapter, Madam Francess, who is vying to be the national president of the national administration. So, Madam President, welcome to the Voice of Sano. How are you?
I am doing good. I'm doing good. I thank God, for life. I'm encouraged. I'm taking care of myself, and I think I'm doing good.
All right, all right, all right. I mean, this is a second impromptu visit. What happened? What's going on? So, if you before you go into that, maybe you want to give a preliminary comments. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, good afternoon to the people of the Sapo land. I just want to say, uh, we'll continue to say, wash your hands, sanitize your hands, keep away from crowd, stay indoor if you don't need to go out. If you have to go to work, if you're a healthcare worker, take all precautions and don't take anything for granted. If you have to touch anything, have your gloves in your pocket, in your purse at all time. Even if you want to pump gas, wear a pair of gloves and pump the gas and throw it out. If there are places that you are going that you know that you will be closer to people, wear a mask. Stay away from anything that will affect you. So I just want to say, let everybody keep away. This virus is serious, but if we take all precaution, we all will be fine. And by the grace of God, we are all covered with the blood of Jesus. And like the God told the children of Israel that when I see the blood, I will pass over you. And I know this virus too shall pass over us. So keep safe.
Amen. All right, so my many viewers following the show again. If you are just joining us, welcome on the voices to the Voices Sound with Esoteric, or if you like, I like Sayopode better, so call me Sayopode. All right, I want you to pronounce that name, Sayopode. Don't say the white people way, say the real African way, Sayopode. All right. So, Madam President, uh,
Yeah.
uh, uh, that being said, what is in the bag? Let the cat out of the bag. What's going on?
Okay, so straight to the point. Uh, this was not something I was planned to say. I know if you can see me, you will know that, that they were just, emergency things call for emergency action, you
Right,
know.
right,
So certain things, when you have to do it, I'm a woman. If you know me, if you are closer to me, I do not procrastinate. If I have to get it done today, I will get it done because tomorrow got his own thing to think about.
right.
So I don't put off stuff for tomorrow. So, if you don't know me, I know by this time everybody know me to be the great child of Honorable Johnny T. Clark, and my father, my parents as a whole, when we were coming up, they taught us ethics. And even though we were going to school, but at the same time, they taught us the traditions, the Sarpo tradition, the culture that bound us together as one body. We were taught. We were taught as a child that when an older person is speaking, my grandmother, I can remember when older people talking and you try to talk, she would just come right near you and just step on your toe. She would not say nothing to you. She would just step on your toe so hard, and then you will be crying, and everybody be looking well happy to you because she's trying to tell you that you need to be quiet. You are a child. And they also taught you that when older people are talking, you don't talk back, you know. And we were also taught how a man is supposed to respect a woman, you know, and because the women, they are your mothers, they are the queens, they are the people, if you are a man or woman, brought you in this world, no matter who you are. Even Donald Trump have a mother, you know. So, for me, as a prospective leader, as a prospective leader of this chapter,
For the
even
national administration, you mean?
for the
Perspective?
national prospective leader for the national administration,
Okay.
someone that's trying to vie for the presidency of this great union, and also speaking as the current president of the United Sarpo Association, the biggest chapter, Delaware Valley chapter. It is within my power or it within my reign to speak out to issue as it arises. What we don't want to do is encourage bad behaviors within our community. And I want to speak clearly here today that what our brother Honorable James Yonte did. When I was growing up in biblically, I know color, I know the Shekpeh family color is like a big sister to me. And like I said, our parents taught us how to respect females. So no matter what a female does, no matter what, I don't care how angry you are, It is wrong for a man to insult a female in my culture. My father always gave me a parable and say, the Torah that is within the water. He said the Torah is in the water. But when they counting fish, they don't count the Torah.
That's
Because
deep.
why? They consider it to be an animal. They don't consider it to be a fish. So I'm trying to say, it doesn't matter whether we are in America. It doesn't matter where we find ourselves around the world. If you are a Sarpo man or Sarpo woman, you are a Sarpo man or Sarpo woman. It doesn't matter whether you hold the U.S. passport. When anything happens in this country, they will revoke your passport and send you back to where you come from. It doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter that we are in America, but we still have a culture that we have to hold on to. And I'm coming up here today to say I'm condemned the act that Mr. Yonte did to Madam Carla Shekpeh, who is our membership committee chairman. You know, one may say, oh, but it have nothing to do with the organization. Somebody might come out to say that. Yes, it was personal. It has absolutely nothing to do with the organization. But in the same token, we are community. We are together. If one person is affected, it's affect the whole body. You know, we are as a body. We are connected with each other. The hair cannot do without the neck. The neck cannot do without the hand. The hand cannot do without the feet. So if Carla Shekpeh is affected today, who next? So I am speaking as a woman. I am speaking directly to my support men as a whole. That our support men should respect the dignity of the females in our midst, in our union. If a male or female did anything that you don't like as a male, we got the elders council. Call on the elder council or call whoever you can confide in that you can talk to resolve this problem. You know, I always told people that Facebook is not the place to solve our problems. Problems that go on Facebook never get resolved. What does it do? It escalates. Facebook escalate every little situation. So if our Francis Clark Myers did anything to you, call me on the phone. I am not so big for me. If I wrong somebody, I will tell you, I will apologize because I'm a human being. My ego will never get in the way that I will never issue an apology. But you see, as a leader, we need to stand up. It doesn't matter. Everybody know. Jayante is my good friend. I talk to him most of the time. When this thing happened, I even reached out to him and I told him what he did was wrong. Because Carla is a big sister and Carla is a female. So there are two that are against him at that time, a bigger sister and a female. And that was wrong. But not because you are my friend. So if you did something that is wrong, then I should back you or I should keep quiet. If I become the president of this union, as I started here today to tell you, this is not everything that we're going to speak to. No, don't get me wrong. But whatever that have the propensity or the peace process of this organization, we will speak to. We will not be muted. No, the mute button we will take it out. Because you see why? If you allow these little things to start from the beginning and you did nothing, it will escalate to a bigger thing. And that's why if you saw something that you know will bring problem, because guess what? Everyone has a family. Everyone. Even the devil that we can, well, then we go to church, we say we come against the devil. We come against the Satan. Satan got followers. Everyone got their own follower. So if you did something to one person and their own family get mad and come over, guess what? it creep into the organization, and then it become a problem. So we are seeing in the past that things have been happening in our community, and our national leaders are muted, and they have not spoken to any of those things. Those things are wrong. Whoever did something within the union, matter of fact, it is in our constitution. The core of ethics is in our constitution that if you are formed part of the USAA, if your conduct is not good, the body got the right to revoke your membership, or they got the right to do something to you or disciplinary action towards you. We got it in our constitution. So I am coming here today, Di, to condemn the action by Honorable James Yonte. That was not the right route that he went. Even if Ms. Carlos Shekpeh did anything to him, my father Johnny Clark always said, two wrong cannot make a right.
Right.
If you say somebody wrong, and then you come and you make it worse, so you are wrong. So I am speaking to the Sarpo men as a whole. Let us desist from insulting our females. If you, a Sarpo man, insulted me so much, if you saw a Pele man insulting me, how will you feel? Will you come up and say, why are you insulting my sister? Because we are all sisters and brothers now, because we're from the same place. It doesn't matter what section you find yourself in. When you are a Sarpo, you are a Sarpo. But we have to speak to issue as it's come about. We cannot keep silent. We can't do it for Paul and leave it for John and give opportunity to John. We can't do that. We can't do that. We are seeing people from our leadership that insult female, and it went on for and nobody said anything about it. That is wrong.
Okay,
That
so
is
my
wrong.
president, I think your statement is quite poignant, and I think it has a lot of meat. But one might be sitting down and say, "Why now? Why is it that you are speaking up?" Because you say all the things happened in the past, and they went unaddressed. So why are you coming up now? I mean, you are a leader of the community besides vying for the national presidency, but you have been a president of one of the chapters in the union, and you saw for infractions in the past. Why are you now coming up?
Thank you. That's a very good question.
Mhm.
That's a very good question. Because if you are a chapter leader, you are limited to certain things, even though you are a leader. But there are certain things that the national president is in his power to address. So, as a chapter leader, for example, things that transpire in Minnesota or somewhere else, the national president should be the one to speak to those issues. Our Francess Mayor cannot come from Philadelphia to speak to those issues. The reason I'm speaking to this issue because I am a prospective leader for the national administration.
Okay.
And if I become the national president, these are things we will set up a committee that will look into this problem when it arises. Like when somebody did something that is wrong, we will have a committee that will look into those things to speak to it. And when they come up with a funding, then the national president will speak to that. But in the first token, we will come up and speak to it so that people can know that it's not in the interest of the union. So what now? Yes, this is the time because I'm fighting for the national, and also, I want to set a precedence and to tell our brothers that there is not a good thing to do in our community. We cannot insult females. We can't do that. It's cultural. It's a taboo.
So, but my president, let me push you a little bit. Um, I think it's a Dr. King who says that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So, Mr. James Yontel might be listening right now, and he could be saying that, I mean, the president does not understand the totality of the issue. Why is it that she didn't do investigation to understand the issue before coming public to, condemn my action? I mean, how will you placate him?
I did understand it because I talked to him, like I said. I
Okay.
called him personally and I talked to him and I heard his part of the story. He narrated the whole thing to me, what happened between he and Miss Shekpeh, especially between the family and her when she went to his mother's party. But I told him also, I looked in his eyes and also told him, if you love somebody, if you care for somebody, all my friends are closer to me. You can call them and ask them. I am a person, if you are close to me, if you are friend with me, if you did anything bad, I will look in your face and tell you what you did is wrong. If I have to spoil our friendship, then so be it. But I'd rather tell you the truth than somebody else that out there to tell you the truth. Then I am not a good friend to you. If I can't look in your eyes to tell you what you've done is wrong, then I am not a good friend to you. Because what I'm trying to do is for you to see reason to say if my own friend can tell me that I'm wrong, then I know I'm wrong. Because guess what? If your own friend can tell you you're wrong and other people tell you, maybe you will say, oh, I got a backing of my friends. They say I'm right. So I understood the issue. I talked to him. But in the same talking, the route, like I told him, and at the same thing I'm talking right now, that the route he took was wrong.
Okay,
It
so
did.
had he not gone public, it would have been you wouldn't have any cause to come here.
If he had not gone public, that number one. Number two, if he had handled it in a very peaceful manner, to call me to call me Shekpeh, hear her story, or call the people in Africa, get them involved, or call people in America because she lives in America. Call the leadership and speak to them concerning the issue, and then we go into it and talk about it. And if we feel that Miss Carla Shekpeh was wrong, then we will tell Miss Carla Shekpeh to apologize for what she did. But like I told people that I said from the beginning, Facebook is not a place to solve our problem. If you went on Facebook and you vent your frustration, does that solve the problem? I
No.
would say no. It doesn't solve no problem. All you did was vent your frustration. But what was the outcome? In nursing, they always teach you the outcome. If you did something, what is the outcome? Your outcome is the one that make you to know that what you did was right. If you don't have a good outcome, then you know what you did in the first place through your nursing process, that is wrong. So your outcome is your best thing. So everything that you do as a human being, you look for outcome. But what we don't want to do is to see our young people abusing others, to see our young men cursing females, to see our young Sarpo men to do that. And like I say, I am calling on all the Sarpo men that think it is good to insult females, to desist from that habit because you were not brought up that way. If you came from Joasson, if you came from Fubadi, if you came from Waja, if you came from Sinko, if you came from Putu, if you came from Namapo, I don't care where you came from. If you are a crime man, your people taught you never to insult a female. It's culture. So let us not forget our culture because we in America. It is unacceptable. We cannot do that. We cannot build the union if we continue to do that. Because, like I say, little things creep into the organization, and today it break organization. So people might say it's personal, but personal things got the way of finding a way through the organization,
Okay,
and,
okay.
and then it become a problem.
So, I mean, I don't want to hold you for long because you are not your visit is impromptu. So, do you have a message? Before I say that, I know you condemn Mr. Shigbe, Mr. Jontes' action, but do you have like words of apology to the victim?
I want to take this time to apologize to my own big sister, Mano Carlo Shekpeh. And I will also encourage Mr. Jane Yonte, my good friend, to do the same, to apologize. I mean, if you are wrong, you are wrong. It doesn't matter. I'm reaching out to him to apologize for what he did. It was wrong. And I'm also want to take this time on behalf of myself and my entire campaign and the United Support Association Delaware Valley chapter to apologize to our chairman for membership committee who went to Liberia for a visit. If she listening to me, we wholeheartedly, sincerely apologize that what I have done to her. I'm a woman, and like I say, I will not let no man to insult. But for me right now, I'm a public figure. So let me say this, because I'm a public figure, people will say stuff about me. People will say a lot of stuff about me. Do I go on and address everybody that says stuff about me? No. Because when you decide to be a public figure, people will say stuff about you. But what I don't want you to do is to go personal. Go to my
So
parents.
if the person goes personal, what will you do?
I will not come public to to say anything to you, but I'm just appealing to them that this organization, we built this organization as a family oriented organization. We are together, we are family. We see each other to the convention, we hug each other. We miss each other for a whole year. We don't meet. When we meet to convention, it's a proud, we feel good to meet our friends, our brothers and sisters. So let's keep it that way. But like I said, for me, I'm a public figure. My pa Johnny Clark always told me, he said, if you are a public figure, you are like a dumper. You
You
know,
pour the trash on you, eh?
he said, my daughter, they will put all the trash on you. He said, all the trash. But guess what? He said, just do your shoulder like this,
Just rack it up.
dust it off, and keep on moving.
So does that mean you wouldn't care if there is any reaction from Mr. Yonte, because I saw him he responded to the national president's statement. Um,
Um, he's a human being. If you want to react, like I said, Jane Yonte is not my son. He doesn't live with me. He's an adult. Guy, he with their children. So if he think what I'm saying is wrong, and he want to say anything about it, that's fine with me. But I will put right where it belongs. Because for me, like I told people, when I die tomorrow, my stomach will be so flat because there will be nothing that will remain in my stomach. And that's why people that are close to me know me very well. As I speak it, it's gone from me. I don't keep stuff. I don't even have room in my heart to keep anybody. I
okay.
don't. So the
So,
best
but
thing to
President, what
do,
I'm hearing from you is that means you support the national president's statement, though, coming public to speak to the same issue. So it means that you support the national president's action.
okay, yes, I support the national president action for coming to speak to the issue. However, however, why now, Mr. President? That's what I would say. Because there have been a lot of things that have been going on and you have been silent. That's the only thing that I got with that. It is a good thing to do as a national president. When things that they go on in our community, that you come out to speak. But when I listen to the president, I know I can remember in Iowa when he went there to speak, he said, oh, the people say, when something happen, I'm going to go on Facebook to condemn people. I will never go on Facebook. That was his exact voice. I will never go on Facebook. I will never condemn anybody. I will never go on Facebook. But today, you are on Facebook. So let me say this. It is not a bad thing as a national president. It is within your power. It's in your authority as a national figure. We trusted you. That's why we make you president. Because if we don't trust you, we will not make you president. So if we trust you as a president, and something goes on within our community, people look for leadership. You think why Donald Trump is giving teleconference every day? Because of the virus now, people looking for leadership. People looking for the leader to come to give them hope. That's what the leader is about. So, as a national president, it is within that power that you come out to speak. It doesn't matter who that person is. If the person did wrong, call it out as it is. It will not kill you. It will not do nothing to you.
So, my president, your former president is saying, national president, Madam Kalajabale is saying, me pa, I'm waiting for plenty apology, yeah. Well, any reaction to that statement?
I don't know. I mean, I know maybe she's trying to say, like I was trying to say, things are happening in the past. Let me give for one example. Our chairman of the board that been insulted constantly on Facebook, and the president is muted. He listened to it, but he don't say nothing. All right. There are things that went on. Like I said, for me, I'm a public figure. You can curse me, you can do anything you can say about me because I'm a public figure. But what did Johnny Clark do? Johnny Clark laying in the nursing home fighting for his life. What did he do? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not giving that one example. Okay? So there are people that are elders within our community that have been violated many days, that the president is silent. So I hope what the president has started, that he will continue, that he will not be muted when it comes to other people. Speak out to issue. You are the national president. It doesn't matter if the president is your friend. It doesn't matter if the person is your brother. It doesn't matter if the person is your sister. Like Jane Yonte is my friend. But will I condone what he did? No, I will never. And I told him that what you did was wrong. And that's why I'm coming in a public manner, because I don't want people to feel that, oh, maybe she only talk to him and let it go. No. I'm coming out here to say, even though he's my friend, but I still going to come out to say what he did was wrong. So I hope what the president has started, he 100% correct to condemn the act, but I hope it continue. I hope
That,
he
that's
apologized. I
great.
hope
That's
he continue with that so that our union, we cannot see our union to crumble based upon these things that are happening every day. I say, let me be clear. It's not everything that the president going to speak to. And somebody will say, oh, do you want the president to speak to everything? No. But there are things that have greater magnitude that you have to speak to.
okay. Okay, well, President, thank you. Thank you. So, one last question, and then I will give you a chance to give your closing statement. Any like recommendation or advice to the national president as you leave, and to to the members of the union, and then you can give your closing statement so I can bring my special guest for the day.
Okay. Yeah, so like I said, my special message to the president is today might not be the last day. Because there are a lot of females, well, I can't name all of them, that have been insulted by even officials of the administration. There are a lot of females that have been insulted by other people that are not part of the executive, that the president have been quiet and the president have been silent. So my message to the national president today is, let us keep the union together. Anything that we think have the power to destroy or to bring confusion or division within the union, we have to speak to as leaders. So let it not be the first or let it not be the last. And let it not be for people that support you or it not be for people that don't support you. You are the national president. You are the president for all. Every chapter and every member is under your leadership. You are the commander in chief. So you have to speak or do things as commander in chief. So my recommendation to the national president is to continue. Don't stop there, because we are human beings and things will happen most of the time. So, you know, uh, we have to speak as national leaders. So my recommendation again is to the supplement as a whole. The supplement as a whole, to please listen, whether you are in Africa or whether you are in America, that our culture is our culture. and we have to uphold our culture. We will never violate our culture because we are in America. United we stand, and divided we will fall. And I want to say thank you. If anybody have question for me, they can ask me and I will answer. But thank you for having me. Like you said, it was an impromptu situation. They say emergency situation need emergency treatment. All right.
Right.
And that's why we're taking this time. I didn't want to write a letter. I could have written a letter that you can read, but I want to speak to my people directly in the camera to let them know that the behavior of men insulting women within our society, it is unacceptable. We cannot accept it. All right.
All right.
We are a woman. You can't come in this world. So that's my message for us all today.
Madam President, that is a splendid message. Hopefully, it sinks down. It goes down with all the men, especially the men, as you emphasize. And we will wish you the best and for your tips for the Ebola.
So
I mean, not Ebola, but
before
yeah,
I go, before
yeah.
I go,
Go ahead.
I want to apologize to the whole entire Shekpeh family because Carla Shekpeh is like the mother to the Shekpeh family. She's the oldest. So if you insult Carla Shekpeh, is that you insulting the whole Shekpeh family. So I want to take this time also to apologize to the whole Shekpeh family that that such time like this that we have to come together as a community, treat it as a community. So I want to apologize that we can move forward, and we will also usher Mr. Chinyate. Right now maybe he's angry, but I know he will calm down and he will do the right thing and we all can move forward. Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you, Madam President. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I call the Cleopatra of the Sarpo community. That's Madam Frances Clark Myers. So at this time, Mr. Shekpeh, if you're following, he's my special guest. If you are following, please get on so we can get the ball. He's my special guest for the day. Mr. Milton Shekpeh is my special guest. So while we are waiting for Mr. Shekpeh, let's do this for you one more time. The quaint of traditional music can entertain us.
Assemblée, à problème, tout ça du monde. À Guidouma, à Gabouga, tout ça du monde. À Guidouma, à problème, tout ça du monde. Assemblée, à Gabouga, tout ça du monde. Tout ça du monde.
All right, let me see here. Let me bring that down, and I'll do also this one. All right, Mr. Shekpeh,
Yes, sir.
welcome back to the Voice of Sinai.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy to be back.
Thanks. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, my followers, thanks for again following the Voice of Sano. This is the platform where we bring the leaders. So I call it bringing the leaders and the top-notch thinkers to the people. And so we had the first segment of the sagacious leader of the Delaware Valley chapter, Madam Frances Clark Myers, just brought sense to the issue. And at the second segment, I'm glad to have another sagacious Homo sapien, Mr. Shekpeh, who I like to talk to, he brings sense to the issue as well. So, Mr. Shekpeh, without further ado, I mean, I think you have other things to do. So let's get straight into it. Let me just review the agenda with the people, and we can get the ball rolling here. So
That's
the
good.
first thing we have here is the rapid spread of the coronavirus disease with sifted tip. That's something, or tips. That's something that you want to talk about. And the next one is the differences between viruses and bacteria. That's number two. Another one you want to talk about here. Why antibiotics are not used to treat or prevent viruses. And next, something that you want to enlighten us about is the current status of the United States Association National Convention in the midst of the prevailing pandemic. That's something you want to talk about. And next year, President Leo's national teleconference call to the Sarpo community in the U.S. That's something that you want to elaborate on. I think that's the agenda. Those are the items that we talked about. So before you get started, any introductory comments?
Well, again, I'm very excited to be here. Can you hear? Can you hear me well?
You are audible.
Okay, and I think you can see me in my scopes. So,
Right.
I'm kind of like getting ready. Or anytime I can be called by my hospital or where I work to go to work because we are dealing with this virus situation, which we're going to get to later. But before I can get to that, before I can get to our discussion points, let me first re-emphasize what the president, Madam Frances Meyer Clark, we just listened to her, and on the issue of Mr. Nyonte. She spoke lengthily. I'm not going to repeat everything that she said. She condemned the act committed or the act carried out by Mr. Nyonte. Uh, as I am aware, I also spoke to the fellow. I called him, and he and I have a discussion. I told him the what he did was not proportional to what he said at Cisco did in Liberia, and and he understood my point very well, and he told notes of that, and he know that it's not something that anybody can be happy about. And again, women in our organization here, they are a lot. They support. They are the backbone of our organization. They are the backbone of our family. Uh, we have to be able to respect them, no matter what. If we have disagreement with them on any issue, I think we should be tolerant to deal with that. Again, Madam Frances Clark Myers, she kind of doubled down on that issue today, and it's something that I don't want to waste our time on. But I just want to kind of talk about it. That it's not a good thing, and the young fellow, Mr. Nyonte, he understood the message very loud and clear from my end.
Okay. All right.
And
Thank you. Yeah, go ahead. You want to finish your talk?
yes, and it's the second thing that I want to talk about, that I want to say real quick, is that can you hear me still, right?
Yes.
Okay. We are aware that Sophia Carpet, one of our members from Minnesota chapter here, lost a father in Liberia, and if the information is correct, the burial will be taking place this weekend in Bidebo Creek. Mr. James Carpet, an old man that I knew very well, he passed away in Greenville, I think en route to Greenville for medical checkup, and he died. So his burial going to be this weekend, and I want to use this time, this opportunity. I met with Sophia already, my family met with Sophia already, but I just want to use this time to say that we are deeply, feel for pain, and we are also in sympathy with the family, ourselves, and those that are back home, and we are praying that they will have comfort in the Lord, going forward in their bereavement.
All right, thank you. We also, the Voice of Sano wants to also convey our condolences to Sophia Kape, one of the staunch members out there. So before we get going here, Mr. President Dave Foodie is one of the presidents of the one of the chapters in the union, and he wrote a statement here. So I just wanted to read that. He said, "Bravo to the president of the union and the president of the Delaware Valley chapter." I also want to add my voice to the conversation as president of the Iowa chapter. We condemn the act of James Yonted in the strongest terms. All right, that's the statement from the Iowa chapter of the United Sapwood Association in America. Okay, so Mr. President, thanks for the statement. Okay, let's get to our first talking point here. You say you wanted to expand on the rapid spread of the coronavirus disease with special tips, safety tips, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah.
You can go ahead. The floor is all yours.
The coronavirus is a very serious virus that is spreading rapidly in our communities and around the country, even around the world. And I want people to take this very serious, or to take it very seriously, because it's a new kind of virus that's just emerging. Are we all aware this virus, as we all are aware that this virus originated from Wuhan, China. Wuhan is is a city in central China with a population of over 11 million people. So there are still scientists and other experts are still doing an investigation to see to know the origin of the virus, and they are carrying on investigation to see how this virus can be controlled. But as we're all aware right now, the virus in the U.S. is everywhere. Nobody knows how this virus going to be under control. So we have to go out there to tell our people to kind of with a little knowledge that we have, a little background knowledge in nursing and all of fields and working in the healthcare for a few years or for many years. We want to use this time to tell our people that this virus, you should take it serious. Uh, that's one thing. It is spreading, and it's something that you can see. The virus, like the other time you're on your show, you talk about, you give the description of viruses and all that. But viruses are very small. They are droplets. Those you don't see them with your naked eyes. Only under the microscope that you can be able to see the virus or viruses. So and these things they spread through like contact, someone sneezing and coughing and all those things, and you can get those viruses. You can get them with the coronavirus that is going right now. So we have to continue to take precautions. We have to wash, like update from CDC, Center for Disease Control and Prevention. We got to watch some of the update. Your local Department of Health, like every state, they have their Department of Health where they post some information concerning how many cases they have, how many presumptive cases, how many confirmed cases, how many people have died from this virus related, to the virus. Those information we need to take them serious, and we need to listen to what other health experts are saying about this virus. And the thing is that can you hear me, Darius?
Yes,
Or can
yeah,
you
I'm
hear me
hearing
audio?
you. I'm hearing you. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. The thing about this virus is strange. It's a new kind of virus. We know we have viruses all over the place. Before we have like the SARS, and in 2003, we have other viruses that have been around. Like for example, even in the Ebola in 14 in Liberia, we have in West Africa. So these things are around, but the particular virus that we are talking about right now is kind of strange to scientists, and they don't know how to control it. It doesn't have a vaccine. As we speak, they're still working on a lot of different tests, to, different drugs to see which one is going to work. The last time we listened to President Trump, he talked about hydrochloroquine or chloroquine, or can cure this virus. It's not confirmed yet. It was a little study that was done in Britain, but in France. So we need to follow some safety measures. What are some of the safety measures? We're going to be going over some of the safety measures.
Okay, okay. That's thank you. But Ben,
Mhm.
Ben, a nurse, and you are on the front line. I called it. I mean, do you have any fear?
Well, it's not that I have a fear. I mean, it's a very serious thing. Like where I work in the hospital emergency department, we see cases coming in there, but we also follow we follow protocols. They have procedures that if someone is to say, for example, if someone is, let's presume, to have a virus, to have this coronavirus, they will have a sign on the door, and they'll have a list, what they call a contact tracing, where when you enter that room, you put your name there, how long you stay in that room, what you're doing in that room. But before going in that room, you have to get into your safety gear, what they call a PPE, personal
Okay.
protective equipment. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you put on your personal protective equipment, which include the goggle, or you wear your gown, you put on your gloves, you put on your mask, and you put on your face shield. The face shield is to protect in case the person coughing, because the virus is a droplet. So if someone is the person is coughing, so that any of those little droplets from the person's mouth will not get into your face, because the main thing is that the virus, if it gets to your face or your nose or whatsoever, it get to your respiratory or system, and that's going to cause a damage, because that's what the virus have, or receptors. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the virus is how the receptor at to your respiratory system. So you have to pull on all these protective equipment to kind of help yourself, so that you cannot get the virus from the person who is presumed. Because mostly if somebody comes in the hospital right now, it takes a couple of days to do the test. So they do the testing, they send the testing not even to the hospital lab. They send the testing to the state laboratory to do the testing, and after that, to confirm it, they will also send that same sample to CDC. You get what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes. I'm listening. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a process. It's not like you go into a hospital and they do like a CBC, complete blood count, or BMP, which is missing, CBC, or complete blood count. So they will do that in the hospital, which is very easy test by just getting your blood samples and sending it out to the hospital lab to do. But with this virus, the hospitals are not testing it. They don't have the equipment to test the virus. So that's why it even make the whole thing complicated.
Wow.
Yeah, so because of that, and all the also hospitals are experiencing shortages of the kit to use to test the virus.
So, but
You know,
Mr. Shekpeh,
hmm
I'm curious to know, how many cases have you guys diagnosed at the hospital you work?
well, the hospital I work for is a big is a big system. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They call it Atlanta Health Systems. They have multiple hospitals all over the place. So
Okay.
even if the case is confirmed, right, they will
Hmm.
just say the case being confirmed within the hospital system. They will not be specific to
Okay.
say it has been confirmed at, because I work at United, they have Mercy, they have Unity, and they have all the branches. They're not going to say, oh, the case was confirmed at United, the person, and they'll give the details. But they will say, but I know they will say the case have been confirmed, but and they will send an email to alert or employees that there is being a confirmed case.
Okay. So, but you said that there is no vaccine right now for the virus. So, what are you
Mhm.
guys doing to keep those people alive? What do you do?
Well, that's a good question, and basically, virus are not you don't treat virus with let's say they have like antivirus drugs that you can take sometimes to kind of control. You try to control the symptoms. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So, if someone is sick from the virus right now, they are not treating the virus itself, but they are treating the symptom the person have. So, like the person, if someone, like for example, they have COPD, or any other medical conditions, right? So, because you have the virus, it's going to trick us some of those things that your body, it makes your body is not able to fight of the virus. So your body going to show some of these symptoms, and they will be treat the symptoms. Like for example, fever, or somebody have a cough, they give you some cough medicine. If someone have fever, they give you some medication to control the fever, the Tylenol and all that stuff to control the fever. So they treat the symptoms of those things, not the virus itself.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah,
So
so
but
most people think that if even when someone is diagnosed with the coronavirus right now, they're going to be treating your symptoms because you're going to have fever, you're going to have chills, you're going to be coughing. It depends on your medical condition. When you are a healthy person, well, you really you have to worry a little bit because you don't want to kind of spread it to somebody like maybe your grandmother or your grandparents or someone who is immune compromised in your family. So that's why they always telling people that are healthy, don't just say, oh, I'm healthy. So even if I have the virus, I will be okay. But you can also transmit that virus to somebody who doesn't have a good immune system.
so but is there a point where after controlling the symptoms, can they discharge you with the virus in your system?
After they treat the symptoms, right? Because once you
Hmm.
treat the symptom, the body will be able to fight the virus off itself. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So, like for example, someone have the virus, they go to the hospital, they start throwing up, they'll be weak because once they are throwing up, they're going to lose electrolytes, they're going to lose the sodium, they're going to lose the potassium and all that. So the doctor will all of the sodium replacement or potassium replacement, they're going to replace that. They're going to get the person fluid so that you have the body can recover. Because once your body's recover, then your body can be able to fight out the virus because there's no vaccine for the virus, there's no treatment yet for the virus.
So, but what I want to understand, so they can
Mhm.
discharge you with the virus in your body or in your system,
No,
or they can discharge you.
no. That's a good. That's why people are being when someone is diagnosed with a virus and in the hospital. Now hospitals are not allowing visitors. And where I work, you cannot even if you have a family member and please close your listing. If you have a family member, like what you're trying to say, stay away as possible as you can because hospitals have a lot of policies now. Another before you can go to the hospital when you say, oh, for example, oh, I'm not feeling well, or that come and see me, just drop out your car, walk through the lobby, and go to the unit and go see the person. It's not working. That it's not how it is now. So hospitals are restricting. They are restricting people to go visit. So they are not even allowing visitors to see the person. So if you have someone who is sick now from the virus and the person have to go to the hospital, you will not see that person because they don't want you to also take that virus home too and carry it to other people.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so to answer your question, no, you cannot leave the hospital when you have the virus. You still have they will do another test. First, if you do the first test and it's been confirmed that you have this virus, you will be treated. As I said, we'll be treating with other intervention that they're going to be applying, like IV fluids and all those things that they're going to be giving you. They'll be treating you, and then they will do another test because your body have the way of fighting out the diseases by itself. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
Our bodies are made up for that. We have the red blood cell, we have the white blood cells. That fight out the white blood cells fight out these things, which I'm not going to go into details, the
Right,
composition, the web and of that, because we want to make this discussion in a way that will be very simple that our people will be able to understand. You get what I'm saying?
right, right.
They'll be able to understand. But you cannot leave the hospital when you still have the virus. So they will do another test. The first test is confirmed, then you'll be in the hospital. You don't have your own way to live. This is not to say, oh, I'm going to sign people and walk out because this is a public health concern.
So, but
You get it?
what do you guys do with the issue of overcrowding, though? Is there a mechanism in place for that?
Well, the hospital that I work right now, the last time I worked was last week, and I think the hospital still have beds. They can still admit people when the hospital even designated certain units within the hospital. So because they're trying to confirm, and one thing I love about this country, they could adapt change, they could adapt to things and they make changes. You get what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
make changes. So what most hospitals around the country are doing now, they are designating certain unit. It's not like before you can just take patients from the other unit and scatter them all over the place. They are not doing that because they want the virus to be contained. So now the hospital that work, they have a special unit. First, when the person comes in the ER, if they are being kind of like showing symptoms of the virus, they will do the test, and then they'll send the person on another unit upstairs, which is on the third floor, and that person going to be there. And when the person is tested positive, then they have a different unit. You hear me?
Yes, yes. I'm hearing you.
They have a different unit they're going to send that person to until they are being cleared up of that virus. So all those things that they have been put in place now, it wasn't there before, but they know that the virus, because the seriousness of the virus, they are adapt to different changes. And that's what I love about America, because they could adapt to things. You could have changed things around, that will be better. And the people, they are far-sighted people. They think faster than the
Okay, so but
situation.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
President Dave Kuti has a question here or comment if you like. He said, Honorable
Okay.
Shekpeh, we learned that the testing process can be complicated. It takes
Mm-hmm.
time to process. So let me ask, is it possible that places like Liberia is producing testing results on 3 days? Your thoughts?
Uh, well, it's a sound question. It depends how what laboratory they are using. Liberia, when during the Ebola crisis, Americans sent or people down there. They sell us some other stuff and all that, some laboratories equipment and all that. So I didn't know myself. When they announced the result, they few days about this guy, no blameless person that traveled from Switzerland, and within 2 days time they said they had the result. Like, wow, how quickly and what kind of process they use to get a result? You understand? Because they are not, and they I think somebody from the health ministry was saying that they are not sending the sample out of the country now like the way they used to do before. They're sending it to European countries to look at to kind of analyze the sample.
Right.
So I don't know if they have supply, because if America is struggling to even get the supply alone, then I don't know how they are getting their own supply so fast and how they doing the testing in Liberia. So that's another question. So I wouldn't know if they are telling our people the truth in Liberia or not. That's another question to explore there again. But as far as I'm concerned, the hospital I work for, there are shortages, because the post said they don't have the reagent that they can use to detect the virus. They don't even have that. They don't have that chemical, in place. So that's one of the problems that America is facing with right now.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. So to answer Dave's question, I don't know. I don't know how they're coming up with the results and what lab they are using in Liberia, because Liberia is not that too sophisticated to do these tests that can take like a state of Minnesota maybe 2 days and then send to CDCs in Atlanta in the headquarters to confirm it. So it's a lot of question, my brother. Hmm.
Okay. All right. All right. That's quite informative, and that's why we have people like you to be around to educate the people. But do you
Hmm.
at all did you this before coming on check the numbers number of cases, actually the number of cases in Minnesota today?
Oh yes. Yesterday, because they always, like, every 24 hours they update the information. So when I check, the last time I checked was, I think, about like 89 cases in Minnesota right now,
Oh
confirmed
wow.
cases. Yeah, and it was one death related to the virus. And I said again, viruses just don't kill people, because viruses kind of weaken your immune system. So then your body doesn't have that ability to fight. So as a result, it takes over your body, and then the person end up dying. Like somebody have like a breathing issue, and like a COPD, asthma, and because they have that and they cannot control the virus, at the end of the day, the virus might end up killing the person. They take over the whole cells. The person gonna die. So they will say, oh, viral related death. Even when you look on the news, they say viral. Most of the things they always say viral related death. That's what they always say, because the virus itself will not just going to kill somebody.
Okay.
With my
Yeah,
little,
but
with
there's
my,
like another jargon you used earlier when they say
mhm.
uh a presumptive case or something like that. What does that mean when they say presumptive? What are they
Presumptive.
talking? Yeah.
Yeah, presumptive case means that it's still the result is still pending.
Okay.
So, like, if they send a sample to the lab, right? So the patient goes to the hospital and then they take the sample. It's a presumptive, because they don't even know if that person have it or not. So they will keep that person as presumptive until it can be confirmed. So that's why you hear somebody will say presumptive and confirmed, or cases under investigation, and all here and there. They'll use all different words.
All right. All right. Wow.
Yep. So when it presumptive, it means it's not yet been confirmed yet. So the person might have it or they may not have it based on the test result. They can send the person, say, oh, your test results are come back, and then you can go home. You know what I'm saying? Or if it goes the other way on the negative side, it become part. I mean, the person have it, They will say, okay, your result is positive, and then these are your options, these are your options, and you have to be treated for that. And
Okay. Yeah.
another thing I want to say, again is just briefly, the differences between bacteria and viruses. I know many of us can read with some of the things, but they are not the same. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, bacteria are most of the time bacteria are curable by antibodies. So, like for example, someone have a streptococcus, or what they call a strep throat. You go to the hospital, they check your temperature, it might be 100 point something. They give you antibodies. You go home, they give you Tylenol. The antibody will help your body fight out or that. It's not with viruses, because viruses, as I said, they are not being treated. You can't use antibiotics to treat viruses because viruses and bacteria are not the same. Viruses doesn't have like a cell wall. Bacteria have a cell wall. So if you take an antibiotic breaks that cell wall of that bacteria is going to eventually die. But with viruses, they have what they call a protein coat. That's where those little tiny things stays in until until they get into a person or system to make a person really severely sick.
So, but I mean,
Mhm.
do you know how the bacteria are created? How they come about?
Oh, bacteria, these are all germs. Bacteria, viruses, they are all pathogens, but they are different in terms of characteristics. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They are all germs. We call them germs. They can make people sick. They are pathogens or they are pathogenics. So they make people sick once they get into your system. But once they get into your system now, then they from testing they can know what kind of it is a bacteria or is a viral infection. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when it's a viral infection, then they will not treat it with antibiotic. But if it's a bacterial infection, like for example, if someone have a MRSA, we call it methicillin resistant streptococcal areas, or MRSA, is a bacterial infection, or C. diff. Clostridium difficile is another bacterial infection. We can make people just go to the bathroom and have a running stomach the whole time, and they just can't even keep anything down into the stomach. These are bacteria, and they can be killed. If you go to the hospital, they can give you IV, they can give you can take Imodium, they can even over the counter stuff. So bacteria really is not our problem as humans. Our problem as humans is viruses.
So,
Even
just to be clear, so are there like all viruses or all bacteria, are they bad, or some are good and some are bad?
they have good bacteria and they have when it comes to bacteria, it's just about like, well, the percentage that is bad is just few. It's just few, not
Okay.
even many. You understand? We have bacteria even in our skin. We have bacteria all over our environment that we live. But most of the bacteria don't really make us sick. But our problem as human is viruses, and the reason is that viruses are they change the DNA. They either have they have the two kinds, either the DNA, this virus we're talking about now, they are still studying whether it's a DNA virus, it's an RNA virus, and most of the viruses that are very of violence or that can really kill people that want to have the RNA. You know what I'm
What
saying?
is that?
These are genetic material. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
RNA is a genetic material that a virus have, or DNA, or deoxyribonucleic acids, and they have the RNA, which is ribonucleic acids. As I said again, I don't want to go into the complication of these things because people will be asking,
Right. Right.
yeah, when you talk about deoxyribonucleic, I mean, there's no oxygen. So, but these are genetic material. You and I will have DNA from your parents, from both parents, and these are genetic material that we carry. That you take, you transfer it to your child. Your child transfer that same genetic makeup to the children, and the generation goes on and goes on and goes on. So these materials, they have code, they have numbers. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
They have numbers. So these things are things that we pass on to our generation. But if we look at virus, for example of virus have DNA and they have an RNA as well. And being that virus doesn't have like a cell wall, they are not easily containable. You cannot easily contain them. So the best thing people always saying is follow the necessary precaution. Like washing your hands, cleaning your environment, or things that tips like stay away from people that are sick. When you are not really sick, if you are not really sick and you're watching the video, don't go to the ER. Don't even go to the hospital unless it is really, really severe that you think is life threatening right now. Because with this situation that is going on in America, the hospitals are a little bit overwhelmed, and you don't want to go to the hospital, even get a virus from the hospital, because there are certain times when people are not too sick and they go to the hospital, they pick up something what they call a nosocomial infection. You get it from the hospital, right?
Right.
So people get those things from the hospital when they go to the hospital, they're not too, because hospital keeps sick patients, and there are people there that have different diseases or different sickness. So if you are not too sick, you go there, your chances of picking up something is very great.
But Mr. Shekpeh, why would you want to work in such an environment though? What you got that motivation from?
Well, is sometimes nursing, it wasn't something I was thinking about until I came to this country, and thank God my sister Sis Kamle, she's was the one that even told me to when I was coming out, I just want to work in office. I want to accounting or something was something I was thinking about to do. When I came to America, everything changed. Sometimes you come to a different country, the situation can change around. So she told me about the whole process of nursing, how it's a good feel. And I was like, it's not something I really plan to do, but she encouraged me. And I want to say, I want to be very thankful for her. It's a good career. It's a rewarding career. You teach you help people that are sick. It's rewarding. It's a rewarding career. I'm very happy that I'm into that and planning to go follow into my nursing career as well.
Excellent. So, ladies and gentlemen, my special guest is Honorable Milton Shekpeh. He's a member of the board of directors of the United Sarpo Association. He represents the state of Minnesota, and he has a background in nursing. So he tried to at least share his little knowledge with us. So those are all. Like one of me, I'm totally blind in that area. Even though I did some courses in my first degree, so I got a little bit of background in there. Yeah, but that's pretty good. Let's get to the next one. You have or why antibiotics are not used to treat or prevent viruses. I think that's something you want to also elaborate on.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that not too long ago that viruses are only treated by vaccine and not antibodies, because antibodies, for example, antibodies are only used to treat bacteria, because antibodies can break the cell wall of bacteria.
So, but before you go, I give a working definition of antibiotic.
Oh, the definition of antibodies?
Yeah.
Is to treat or let's say bacterial infection.
Okay.
So like for example, I said that before. I know if all of people heard that if someone have like C. diff, or they have which is a bacteria caused by infection, or they have MRSA, which is MRSA or methicillin resistance, streptococcal areas, those bacteria can be treated by antibiotics. And let me tell you something again. Doctors always advise people not to rely on antibiotics. You get what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah. So when you take antibiotics, they will give you a specific time period to take it. For example, take it in 5 days or take it in 10 days. And within that time, you should stop taking it. And because if someone continue to take antibiotics, some people say they go to the hospital, but they go to the clinic, but something happened to them. Oh, I want to take antibiotics. The doctor will always tell you not to do that, because it will also make your system, your body ability to fight off all these bacteria and viruses. It's gonna weaken that. So example I can give would be like, if you have like a big brother and maybe you can't fight, but anytime you go out, you cause confusion, and your big brother will be fighting for you all of the time. So that will not even give you no strength to fight anytime you see somebody that want to fight you. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how antibiotics does. So when people take antibiotics too much, it doesn't help them at the end of the day. And then even when you start to take medication, like all the antibiotics, it can't work, because then your body will need, which going to be like in terms of dosages, how many dosages you have to take. From you take 5 milligrams, if you continue taking it, the 5 milligrams will not work, you go to a doctor again, they give you 10 milligrams, 10 milligrams will not work, you continue carrying the milligram up.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Any further comments on that before I go to the next one?
No, as I said again, that's why they treat bacteria with vaccine. The last time we heard President Trump, I said it not too long ago, President Trump was saying that this virus, the coronavirus, can be treated by chloroquine. That's not true. Experts are saying that's not true. They are still studying it yet. Chloroquine are used to treat malaria, mostly in Africa and sub-Saharan Africa. So there are different drugs they are trying to use to treat. I mean, the virus. So they are trying to find different ways to treat the virus right now because they didn't know how much how the virus how to control it. So they are like putting different things at it. So if this one going to work, they try this one. If this one going to work. So I just want to use it time to advise our listener and people that will replay the video. Don't buy chloroquine. Don't buy chloroquine because it's not useful to the virus. As far as I'm concerned, follow these steps that I'm going to talk about, or these safety tip that we'll talk about. Wash your hands constantly, or get away from people that are sick. When you don't have any business of being out there, when you're on your day off or days off, stay home with your family, stay home with your kids. You wake up in the morning. Like what I do, Dad, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing. Yeah, I'm listening.
So what I do, I'm going to show you a sample or something here. So you see this little bottle in my hand here. I bought it from, I think my wife bought it from dollar store. So what you see in the liquid you see in here, that chloride, complete chloride.
Okay.
So I wake up So what I do, I wake up in the morning. I feel this. It's almost empty now because I've been using it for the past 2 days or 3 days. So I wake up in the morning. I take my gloves. You can get gloves from any dollar store that near you. These are very cheap. So you go buy the gloves. You put them on in the morning. And I'm going to show you that. I think we all know how to wear gloves. So you put your gloves on, and for me, I've been wearing. I know how many gloves I've not wearing in my life anyway. So yeah, a lot. So I wake up in the morning, then I will take this. Okay, you don't use a paper towel, but because the cost of buying paper towel and all that, so I use like a washcloth. So I'll take that, spray some of it on my washcloth, spray it, and then clean the surfaces. Now I'll start with my bathroom first. Make sure I wipe my bathroom down, the countertop of the bathroom, the sink, because mostly places that you can touch with your hands. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Places that you can touch with your hands, because if those places you all use bathroom most of the time in the day, people use it. So you're going to touch it. So I wake up, clean, use these things. It's very simple, because you can't find regular or wipes that people can use in the home now because they are not on the shelf, but you can find Clorox. The one you can put in your white clothes when you're washing it. Very easy. You find the bottle, little bottle, you can buy 1 or 2 and keep it. When you have children, even you have the safety tape that no kids can open anyway, but just make sure you keep it out of reach of your kids so they can't kind of spray in the face or something like that. So you wake up in the morning, use it, use a washcloth. If you have paper towels, that's up to you. Wipe out your counters, your chairs. You have some chairs, spray a little bit of it, and kind of clean it. Your kitchen counters, clean that. Your living room, your dining room, anything that you can touch, you make sure you clean it with it bleach. It's gonna help with the spread of the virus as well. So I'm not saying it's provable, but this is Clorox and it's very powerful.
So, but like, assume I don't have kids. Kids the
Yep.
texture. But like, assume I don't have kids, and I clean my house today.
Mm-hmm.
And no kids in the house. Do I have to do it the next day again?
Yeah, you gotta do it next day because if you coming home, when you go out, you coming home and you be touching stuff. So you'll be like you go out, we all touch a lot of stuff. You go to the public places, and mostly public places are the most dangerous places. Now when you go, you gotta be very careful. Supermarkets and things like that. Those cards are people using.
Okay.
So somebody will not follow the right procedure. They will not wash their hands. Go in after they use a bathroom. They just come out. They hold a card. They leave it there. And what all the grocery stores are doing now, they're providing free gloves.
Okay.
They're providing free gloves. So yesterday I went out to buy 1 or 2 things in town, and then I put on gloves because the thing is serious. And I want people to take it serious. Don't. I think when Francis Clark Meyer says something, even when you're buying gas to the gas station, put on gloves so you can keep a box of gloves in your car. So also use.
Okay, so but a lot
Mhm.
of us we just grab the gloves. I mean, are there specific way to put them on and to take them off? I mean, you want to
Yes.
kind of demonstrate it to the people, please?
Okay, I just put this gloves on, so I'm gonna take it back off and see. You can see my hands, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, get that off a little bit, so maybe the other people can see too.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I just put the gloves on, right?
right.
I mean, gloves to put it on, you can put it on any kind of way. You can put it on, but to take them off, that's where you have to follow a process because you don't want to contaminate your hands. So in nursing, when you're taking out the gloves, the first thing you do, you hold in the center of the gloves. You see my hand, right?
Yeah.
So I hold in the centerpiece of the glove. So when I pull this glove all right now, so I hold it like this, and then I pull it off. Now
Okay.
this hand is kind of still clean.
I want you to put your hands out so the people can see, please.
Yeah. So this hands now that I already took the glove on is already clean.
Okay.
Okay. So the next thing I'm gonna do to take this one off now, I'm gonna take my finger, pull it in here, not touching the glove. The glove is clean anyway because I didn't do anything with it.
Right.
But don't touch the glove itself. But put your finger in this glove like this.
Okay.
And then pull it out.
Okay, good.
So once you pull it out, so the inside of the glove becomes the outside right now. So the outside part becomes the inside part of the glove.
Perfect. Okay. Perfect.
So then you can just touch it. You can just pull it in the trash or whatsoever, and don't touch it again.
Okay. So then after that, what else you have to do?
Then you go wash your hands.
For how long?
For some people say 20 minutes, according to studies.
Minutes or seconds?
20 seconds. 20 minutes will be very long. Yeah, we're talking a lot. So yeah, you can wash your hand for 20 seconds. You take out the gloves, you wash your hand for 20 seconds, and I don't know if my phone could have reached in my room. I could have show you how to wash your hands because there are ways that you can wash your hands. Okay. So first thing I'm going to demonstrate that how to wash your hands. So we get to the sink. Are you following me?
Yeah, I'm following closely. Yeah.
Okay, you get to the sink. You turn the sink on. The hot water and the cold water and the hot water because you don't want to be cold. You mix it up. You turn it on as the sink is running. You put your hands on the sink to kind of make it wet. Then you take the soap. You rub it. Make sure you rub all your hands everywhere. You make sure everywhere is wet between your fingers, your fingernails. And our ladies sometimes they have fingernails and they have extra fingernails sometimes they carry, but now it's not the time because your fingernail can carry germs. So you make sure you scrub them hard. You say hard soap.
Mr. Shekpeh, I'm not cutting you, but assuming that I don't, because you say 20 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Assuming that I don't have a watch or anything to measure, is there a way that I can determine that this 20 seconds have been consumed or let's say expired? How do I know that it's 20 seconds?
Well, the 20 seconds is just a rules, but you can also some people can also do the counting. They can also count numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. They also count certain numbers they reach maybe 10 or 15 or 20. But they can also do that because you're not gonna have watch. But the 20-second rules it doesn't mean you should continue. Some people can wash your hand beyond 20 seconds. Some people can wash your hand more than that. It all depends.
Yeah, I was told that some people you sing a happy birthday while you're washing your hand and stuff like that.
Yeah, some people can do that. You sing a birthday song and you can do other things while at the same time while you're washing your hands. So you wash your hands, and then after you got all the soap, everything in your hands, you show your hands to the sink down. It's not like doing this and up. No. Because if you have any bacteria on your hands to go down the drain, so you want to bring it up on your surface of your skin. Okay. So you show your hands under the sink. Those soap and everything if you have bacteria or whatsoever or virus on it, it's gonna go down the drain, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna go down the drain, and then after that, you dry your hand with a paper towel, and you can't just go back and turn the water off. Most of the time we do that, we just turn it off again because if you already is a bacteria or virus infection on the sink while you're doing that, you're gonna still have it on your clean hands. So you find an extra paper towel and then you turn the water off.
Okay. So assuming you don't have a paper towel, is there another way that you can go about it?
Or you can use a washcloth. Washcloth. You can use something that washcloth. Also, you can use washcloths too. You can go to a dollar store, you buy washcloth, you just set it up in your kitchen, or in your sink areas, and then you can use that.
Yeah, but
So
what I'm hearing from you, Mr. Sheba, is you're speaking to people in the West. Those are I mean people in Africa. Some of them doing good,
okay.
but let's just speak from the context of back home. Where they don't have some people don't have sinks and stuff like
Mhm.
that. I mean, how do you go about the whole process that you explain? You have to turn the water on and show your hand. But I have seen a couple of videos on Facebook where the people be watching even no soap.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. But this is what happened, right? The whole concept here is to wash your hands with soap and water. And I know back home they don't have the same facility that we have here. You found water in your bathroom, you found water in your kitchen, you found water when you go outside the grocery store, the bathroom, and all that. They don't have that same opportunity that we have. So what you do is you find a bucket, a clean bucket. So in the morning, you can take a clean bucket and find a piece of soap. So you can put this water, you can put a clean water. You hear me, right?
Yes, yes.
You take a clean water, set it down into your entrance way where people come to your house and say, "Oh, good morning, Dad. I just came to speak to you." Set it down there. They come, the first thing they do, they pull a snake. If they wear long sling, they pull it up. They wash their hands. You can have like a towel hanging up somewhere or something that, and maybe people don't have paper towel back and all that to dry their hands. So you can have something that you can use to dry their hands after they wash their hands. The concept here is they should be able to wash their hands. But if that water is kind of getting darker, you understand, and,
Mhm.
and, and you want to try and waste it because you don't want to be using the same water from in the morning until in the evening time, then you are putting more germs on your hands than trying to prevent it.
But is it advisable to even repeat the same water?
Is another question. But back home they don't have water like the way we do here. So if 10 person come into your house, then you're gonna use 10 buckets to wash hands. So I mean, the concept of looking at the water and see if it is getting dirty and be able to change it, I think it might help them to say, oh, I mean, I would be going to the pump to be getting a bucket of water every every,
Me, I
every.
see some buckets where they have the faucet on it where they can turn it. But I think I saw it on one of the buses, and
Yes.
yeah, they open it. But the thing is, after washing the hands, nothing to wipe your hand and wipe your hand on your clothes. Your clothes already, some of your clothes contaminated already, and so
Yes.
it's just scary back home.
It is scary. It is scary back home. That's why you see like developing countries they have when it comes to the viruses, the spread of the viruses, they have ways that they can control them compared to Africa and other places because we don't have resources. We don't have resources. You can go to a store now and buy a paper towel for maybe $10 and bring the 5 or 6 of the paper towel home and just put it in your place, your kitchen and use it. But back home, who's gonna do that so easily? So it's another problem.
So another thing I want to ask about is the hand sanitizer. Is it effective?
Yes, it's effective, but it's not compared to washing your hands. But it's in case you don't have water or water is not available. I can show you one. I have many in my car, like this one that I have. There are different kinds of hand sanitizer that you can use. You can buy it. You keep it in your car. You can have some in your home, and it look like gel. Mostly look like gel. You just kind of put it in your hand and rub your hand with it. They kind of evaporate very fast. They are air dried, so you don't have to use anything again to dry them. And you use it in place in case where water is not available. You use your hand sanitizer to also help with the spread of the virus.
All right. Yeah. Somebody said towel. I think it's Tayan Kuya. She said towels to carry bacteria. That's what she said.
Yeah, but like as I said again, in Africa is a different case. Yeah, if someone use a towel, you can just put it in the water. You can just put it in the laundry, or you can put it in a bag and tie it off. You can put it in a black bag and make sure you tie it until you get to the laundry. And you're not too satisfied with. In America, people come to your houses. They come visit you, and you're not satisfied, too happy. You're not too satisfied with the towel. You can use a glove and take those laundry and put it in the laundry machines and put bleach and things and wash your stuff. But back home, the people don't have the opportunity to do that.
So about the hand sanitizer, I mean, is there a specific one that you should buy? Because I was reading, let's just
Mhm.
say, I think it's CDC website, and they said you have to buy the one with at least 60% alcohol content in it. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, they have different. If you look on CDC website, they have a lot of different stuff, different rules and all that. Yeah, with the 60% because they want the alcohol contents. There are some maybe will be the 35, 40%. We all have our hands are everybody's hands are not the same. There are some people that have the rough hands. There are some people that have smooth hands. So maybe something that will be too strong for my hand when I use it, gonna pee my hands. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there are some people that have rough hands, like we the African, our skins are very thick because of the way they're being made up. So we can use even the 60% one, it will still be okay. But there are some that when you use it, burn your skins, it burns your in your palms in your hands. So you gotta be careful when you're using it. If it start burning your hands for a long period of time, to be like a minute or so like that, then it's not good for you to be using it. Then you find a different hand sanitizer because it's like reaction.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's a reaction. Yeah.
All right. So, Mr. Shepard, I
Mhm.
think I want to segue from the medical area
Okay.
and get to the next one. Thanks for the education, guys. Thanks for staying on as well to be part of the
Yeah.
education. We all don't know the same things. People know different things. If you think you're educated, education has different, like a tree with branches. So people have
Mhm.
different expertise. So, we brought Mr. Shepard on. He has a background in nursing. And so I just thought to talk to him. So, Mr. Shewa, let's switch gear. And you said the current status of the
Mhm.
USA National Convention in
Yeah.
the
Before
midst of the prevailing pandemic. Okay, go ahead with
Yeah,
further thoughts.
before we switch gear quickly, let me give you a little statistics about the whole virus in the U.S. As we stand right now, the confirmed cases. When I look on CDC website, this one they're going to update it in the next 24 hours. We have over 15,000, 200 plus cases confirmed in the U.S. 15,000. So
Wow.
our numbers are going up every day, and then we have over 201 related deaths to the virus. 201 cases, people that have died from the virus in the U.S.
Wow.
Worldwide, the cases over 10,000 right now we speak. Italy is a ground zero. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So just to re-echo my people, with all fairness, we should take the thing seriously. We shouldn't joke about it. If you come home from work, take a good shower, wash your hands, follow all the little stuff so that you can make your family sick. So that's all I just want to say.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That's
You're
quite
welcome.
helpful. We will take those little tips. All right, so let's switch gear now to our little organization politics, if you want to call it that way.
Mhm.
USA or yeah, whatever title you want to get. So what's your issue with the national convention?
Well, as we're all aware, the convention is scheduled in August, and then we have this prevailing situation that is uncertain right now. Nobody know how where the thing's going to really get under control. We're hoping that in the next couple of weeks, a couple of months, it'll be under control, and life will be normal again. So that's our hope. So as far as I'm concerned, the convention is still scheduled. The convention is still scheduled for August, the weekend of August 6th weekend. The convention is still scheduled. Nothing has changed yet. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing has changed yet. So we should still be planning for any eventuality in case the convention, because right now we can have a short notice to say, if everything gets under control, like maybe by May, so people can be reluctant and say, and have this belief that the convention going to be canceled. So I'm not getting prepared. Then you will be left behind, because America as a whole, we all have plans. If you're going to attend a convention, not because of the virus that come up that came out a couple of weeks ago, and you say, oh, the convention should be canceled, then you're not doing the organization a favor. So as far as I'm concerned, the convention is still on target, and we hope that this thing will be under control. Our major issues now is how the virus can be under control, so that lives can resume.
All right. Yeah, I just got a letter from my job, as a matter of fact, to put it
Mhm.
in the car just in case I'm driving to where when I get pulled over and stuff like that, to show it to the police and stuff. So it's serious. It getting serious. I just got a communication from
Yes,
them.
I have. Yes, my job also gave similar letter that last weekend too on a Friday, because they are doing that in case there's a curfew. Because if everything gets serious, it'll be curfew. And there are certain people like first responders and other people, like people that work in the healthcare professionals and things like that. They don't want to be having the privileges to be going out there and going to work and all that. So they haven't reached there yet. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But these are all contingency plans. As I said again, that's what I like America, because they always think way ahead of time. Even some states are even thinking about activating the National Guards to help with this virus. So when it comes to resources, the country have it. And when it comes to how to proceed with this whole thing, I think with the help of God and with the knowledge and things, we'll overcome this.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, but the convention issue,
Yes.
maybe I missed it. Did he say something about it?
No. Yeah, I said the convention is still on course, and I don't
Okay.
want our people to have misinformation out there to say, oh, the convention gonna be canceled. We're not reached there yet. We are not even there yet for cancellation or postponement. First, you got to even go to a postponement before you talk about cancellation. You got to explore avenues first. Are we
Okay.
gonna postpone the convention date? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I know. Are we going to postpone? Or since this is a weekend, what happened? The whole thing is subsided in July, and people will not have the time. Maybe on August 1st, we can extend it to the ending week of August, or we can go to the first weekend of September. So why people are not even exploring all these ideas first, and even thinking about cancellation? Because last night I wasn't on the teleconference, but I got some information that the national president, Mr. Geleo, called a teleconference, and they putting something on the table for people to vote. Vote for what? To cancel convention? Are you kidding me?
No, it wasn't about cancellation. Or the president was soliciting ideas. What people think. So
Yes, but
there were three propositions on the floor. Some people,
mhm.
I think, one says that it should be postponed to have another meeting May, just depending on the situation. We'll have a May, meeting in May, and then whatever again based on the situation, and then another one where I think I said time indefinite, and I think
Mhm.
another one to postpone. So the three options on the floor. So that's how the voting came about. And so
Yes,
to
but this, I heard. I mean, people have said that, or based on information that I got, there are other people closer to the president that was suggesting cancellation. That the whole thing should be canceled because we didn't know when the thing going to end. It's true. We didn't. Nobody know. Even the scientists said they didn't even know when this virus going to be under control. But the time is still far away a little bit. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
We are all humans. If this thing is not under control, we can find other avenues. Okay, what happened is under control in July, or what happened is under control in August? Florida, and let me make this very clear. Florida is not Minnesota. They can host activities throughout the year. Minnesota is in the winter time, like December, January. It gets so cold here in Minnesota. You can't hardly host any. We host things here, but most people doesn't come. You can't have barbecue outside and all that. Florida is a sunshine. What is a sunshine state? It's a sunshine state. So why is a rush of the whole? It may be good to get views, but even to say or talking about a cancellation or postponement and putting on the table for vote, that's what I have an issue with. You get what I'm saying?
Right. But we have different views. So democracy just to make a decision. I think that's why the voting came about.
Yeah. But secondly, again, what I want to say here is that I mean I don't mind the president calling a teleconference because the constitution are giving the right to do that. He can call a general teleconference and to kind of tell the community what is going on the organizational level or what is going on, within the union. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what the president cannot do is to call a teleconference and make a decision, because teleconference is not a general assembly. It is clearly stated in our constitution only a general assembly a decision can be reached. And if this in the case that the situation that we are facing with right now, if the convention going to be canceled or not canceled, is within the prerogative of the board of directors. You get what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's stated here. If you go to Article 11, Section 1.2, and let me read that to you very clearly so that people, because me, I don't let saying things that you don't have the proof to say, and then people like they misquote you. They misquote what you said. So let me read that part of that portion of that article to you very quickly for those that are listening to us so they can hear that. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm following. So you said Article
Okay.
11?
Yeah, Article 11, S111.
Mm-hmm.
If you go on governance, and if you go under governance, the constitution are written by Kanan Wakoko and all of the what I'm looking at, because that's what we are using.
Okay.
So if you find that, let me know.
Is it X11, right? Where they get governance? Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, government. Yes, got it. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You see, okay. So if you read, if you look at right, that section, the section 1 here for you talk about the power.
Right.
You see, the power and authority or association shall be invested in the General Assembly. Membership sitting in what? Convention.
Right.
It's right here. It's not me put it there. You can even highlight it. Membership sitting in convention. And I want to make this clear. Let our people understand. Teleconference is not a convention. So no decision, Mr. Geleo, if President Geleo call or even call follow-up meeting, we can go there to kind of like brainstorm ideas. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
We can do a brainstorming. But to say I'm gonna put a thing on the table and few persons that on the line gonna vote and gonna be binding on Milton and the rest of the other people, it's not gonna work. We shouldn't waste our time on those type of things. We shouldn't waste our time because it's right here and it's written clearly. Doing conventions, membership sitting in a convention. They don't say teleconference. If you see that, it is So I just want me that part clear. If we go to Article 13, maybe a few pages. Article 13. I'm on the phone, guys. Go get some stuff from Andrew School, Milane. They just bringing things. Okay, sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
Go get it. Okay. 13 here. If you go on section 2.2, where you talk about powers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you with me?
Yeah.
I'm going to read that section 2.2. And this document is not me made it up. These are the very same document that we agree upon. Bobby, keep it. So this document is not me put it together. It's just the same document that we approved in Dora in 2017, though.
All right.
Are you hearing me, Doc?
Yes, I'm hearing. I'm listening.
That's the document I'm quoting from. That's the document I'm reading. So I don't want to say, "Oh, Milton Shekpeh made up something because my name is sweet." And I'm not. I didn't made up anything. I know when to work and wrote this thing. It was written by the committee set up, and we peruse the documents and we say everything in it is being approved. So let me read that section. And what that section says, it says, section 2.1. In the absence of the General Assembly, all corporate powers shall be exercised by they all honor the authority of the board and the affairs of the United Sarpo Association in the Americas shall be managed under the direction of the board except as otherwise provided by these bylaws.
Yeah, that's clear.
So it is clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a situation where the national president has his own power in here too. Like for example, we're talking about the appointment of the election commission, which gave the person the power, the power of the person to be the spokesperson for the organization. Like what happened a few days about Jane Yonte case, the president is the one that should have talked on that, because the Constitution are giving that power, but also the Constitution also limits some power to him too. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the Constitution limits some powers to him. So I want to make this very clear, for our people that are listening, that no teleconference decision will be binding in the organization. No teleconference. It can be even 100%. I'm not saying I want to disrespect people that go on a teleconference, but we cannot have our law and then blindside it and then make a decision that is not within our confront of our Constitution.
But Mr. Shekpeh, given the virus right now, we don't know. I mean, you're the healthcare professional. You don't even know when it'll be over. So how do we run the affairs of the organization, though? You don't think doing it telephonically is the best route?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, you heard me?
Yeah, what was the question again?
I said, given the virus right now, or given the
Hmm.
pandemic, we can't physically meet, and we don't know when it's going to be over.
Yeah.
So you don't think having meeting or meeting telephonically is the route to go?
Well, you can meet through telephone with even with the board and the National Assembly, we including the president and the various chapters. We can have discussion over telephone. We're not having a convention. We're not meeting to say we're going to meet face to face. So we can have discussion over telephone. But what I'm trying to say is that there are some decisions. For example, the board and the National Assembly can come up and make some decision, like the nursing project that is going on now in Bedebo Creek. But no, you gonna see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The funding, the other 10,000 that they requested for the last time. So the board can look at those things and the board can make decisions. So I'm not saying decision cannot be reached, but there are certain decisions that they that we can take. That's a board, and there are certain decisions that the president cannot take. So we all have to follow what is in our constitution, and our constitution make it very clear that even if this convention going to be postponed, I'm not saying people having teleconference, and not because I'm on the board whatsoever, but if the teleconference going to be postponed, that should be in the confine of the board of directors. So the board can suggest, the board can pull out a statement, the board can pull out a roadmap and say, oh, maybe we can move the date and have a discussion with the president. When it comes to that decision, the president cannot make that decision. The president can only listen, the president can contribute, which the board can listen to the president because he's the administrator. But that doesn't give him the authority to make the final decision. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's clear. All right. All
So
right.
a teleconference call is very good. I mean, there are a lot of good things that you can talk about on teleconference and all that. Even safety measures, you can tell your community what to do. You can talk to a various chapter leader. The president can talk to the various chapter leaders what to do in terms of the crisis we have on there right now, and to kind of like safeguard the membership. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they can call meeting and tell the memberships, oh, do this one, do that one, and all that. It's very good. But I'm talking about in terms of making major decisions. Mr. Geleo or Honorable Geleo or President Geleo cannot bypass the Constitution, and it will not hold. And I just want to make that very clear. It's not going to hold. So I don't want people to say, oh, teleconference are not important. Teleconference are important. You can get views, call the people, get their views. Like other people maybe suggesting, Mr. President, call other chapter leaders or call your chapter leaders and hear from them and bring that information to the board. The board can also assess the information that the president got from the various chapter leaders. You get it? You get my point?
Yes. Yes.
And the board can come up with a decision, because the board will not just even, without an assessment, a thorough assessment, and putting all the data together, the board can just make decisions like that too, even in terms of cancellation of the program.
Okay. Okay. So, Mr. Shekpeh, you've been on for a while, and myself, I have. Yeah, sorry. I mean, I had to mute you. I'm muting you. So you're interacting with low man. So I got you mute. I'm
Okay,
muted.
thank you.
All
Mhm.
right, no problem. So
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, you've been on for a while, and I mean,
Mhm.
I think I have reached my time. It's
Yeah.
3 p.m. Right now. Yeah. So I would just want to give you the opportunity to give your closing statements or remarks, so we can call you a day.
All right. Again, I just want to say thank you for your time, for giving me your platform to be here. I think this is my fourth time coming on this platform. I love coming here because we kind of like exchange information, and I know I love that kind of communication. Uh, I want to make this clear again to our people. The virus, the coronavirus, let all take it serious. Let's follow all the protocols. Let's follow all the precautions. Let wash our hands constantly. Clean our living places. Don't get around somebody who is sick. When you are sick, stay home. Stay home until when it's really, really serious, then you can go to the hospital. But if not serious, get over the counter medicine that you can take, maybe Tylenol or ibuprofen, or anything that can help with the common cold, like that, to control your symptoms. And so I want people to understand that
Yeah,
So let us
I got a quick question on that. Given the confusion of the symptoms, because you can have, I mean, the virus symptom sometimes can be like the symptom of cold. So how do you know though that you should supposed to go to the hospital as opposed to going to the pharmacy to get over the counter medication?
Yeah, that's a good. If the thing is that if you take like antivirus over the counter thing for common cold like
Hmm.
flu, right?
Hmm.
Flu sometimes it will work, and it will take maybe it will not take the longest. Like for example, this virus we are talking about, the coronavirus we are talking about, they said before the symptoms. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before the symptoms, you can even have the symptoms like coughing and all that. And before you can even have the symptoms, it takes between 2 to 14 days
Okay.
to get the symptom. With common cold, it's not going to take that long time. So if you have common cold, you see your nose you start having running nose and here and there. So you start having some heavy running eyes, and your eyes will be red and all those things. And so if you take a cold medicine, here's a good question. If you take a cold medicine, it doesn't, and you see that your condition is not improving. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your condition is not improving, then you gotta go. If you try that 1 or 2 days or 3 days and you are continue getting sicker, then it's something that you gotta go do a follow checkup to the hospital or to your nearby clinic where they can do your testing, get some blood sample. If they see if it's a virus and do the virus or test, which is a nasal, they do the testing to your nose, do the nose swab, and they can check if you have the virus or not. Send a sample to CDC. So I mean, you have to watch out the symptoms, and that's signs. You know, people always confuse symptoms with signs. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I want to just kind of make a little brief statement on that. Symptoms are something that the person is experiencing. Like for example, if I say I'm having a headache,
Hmm.
how the person who's sick is the person that experiencing that symptoms.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like back pain. But when we come to like signs, there are signs that when you go to the hospital or you go to a clinic, there are things that the medical professional going to observe. They will check your temperature, they will check your blood pressure, and they will do all those things. There are signs they're looking for. If that sign related to your symptoms, you get what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
So I just want to make it very clear to our people to understand that too as well.
Excellent. Excellent. That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
So to close, again, let's take the virus serial. Let's follow all those things that I talk about. There are other tips on YouTube. There are other tips that you can follow, and let us do those things. Let be safe. Let everybody be safe, so we can meet our convention and do what we need to do for our people. And I think it's time to let the board have to have a discussion because the board is not even talking in the whole thing. You know, the
Yeah.
board need to discuss this thing as well. What if we can give our people help back home too? We got some money here. We got some clinics down there. They don't have face masks and things. They can buy those things in from Monrovia, and
Yep.
they can send those things back home to our people in Sano and maybe in Pinetown, Johnson, Bilowo Creek, all the places. And people can have those things in the hospital, give it to the sick people when they come. The organization can take maybe 20,000 or 30,000 to help in the situation too. So we don't just put our hands up on it and just sit down.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. All right. All right. That's
So
how we'll have. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, so that's what I want to say. And to close on the organizational issue again, the Constitution make it very clear that the president cannot cancel a convention. So
Okay.
the cancellation of convention is not within your power. It's not within your reach. He can come over here, or somebody from his circle can come and prove me wrong if what I'm saying is not right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad this one I will play the devil advocate. It didn't come on last night on the teleconference, so I'm assuming it wasn't at the top of the agenda. I mean, people might say it, but it wasn't broached last night during the teleconference. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't. But they said that in May they're gonna come back again to reassess and then they'll make a decision in May.
Yeah. So, given the education now that you are providing, they might alter course.
Well, that would be fine if you do, but I'm just saying it again. Even if they go back in May and make a decision without following the guidelines of our documents, it will be a waste. It will create more confusion than even trying to solve the problem. So why even just leave the issue, link with your various chapter leaders, and get a view of your people, bring a view to the board, and the board make a decision, because he can't make the decision. It's up to the board to make a decision to decide what the organization going to do in terms of process.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That's my special guest, Mr. Milton Shekpeh, a frequent guest on the Voice of Sound. Mr. Shekpeh, I want to say thank you very much for coming on. Thanks for the education. Highly appreciate it. All right. So
Thank you.
now I will just recognize my guests, and then you can enjoy the rest of your day. All right. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for following the Voice of Sound. I'll just recognize the people that are following right now, and then I'll give you the queen of traditional music, and we will call it a day. So let me get this for you. So let me see the people that are following from bottom to top. I've seen the former president of the Minnesota chapter, that's Elijah Tuba, or Mr. Robert Tuba is following. I'm seeing Mr. Jackson Wool Williams is following. I'm seeing Anthony Gay. How you doing, buddy? What's going on? Lucius Quia Sia, how you doing, sir? I'm seeing the member of the board, Mr. Honorable Peasley Jai, is following the show. Vivian, how you doing? What's up? Tyann, thanks for following. That's the planning committee chairman. Honorable Cecil Toba is following the show. I'm seeing Yaha, Yaha, okay. Sorry, Tatala, what's up? What's going on? I'm seeing here Mr. Dave, President Dave Foodie tends to following. Shelly, what's up? Well, how you doing? That's Swan, Lamel Swan. Hopefully, I pronounced that name right. Alfred Yonte, how you doing, sir? Reverend Alfred Yonte, you can put it that way. The chairman, board of director of the Sarpo Association, that's Mr. Issa Sabwe, or should I say, chairman of the board of directors. So let me be correct here. They have a lot of grammarians are following the show. I've seen DJ Victor Sounds is following the show. President Kissy Wale is also following. I see my sister here, Helena Money. How are you, sis? Moses Pine, how you doing? Thanks for following the show. I see Mr. William Jawi is following. That's Edith Tita Moore. How are you? Thanks for following the show. Teresa Poden, hopefully I call her name right. The former president of our union, that's Mr. Obaku Yuma, is following the show. I see my own sister here, or our chair, Lady Delaware Valley chapter, Manya Smith is following. Deccan T, Mami Dato, what's up? Thanks for following. Dr. Kuma Gomez, thanks for following the show. Our the vice president, Delaware Valley chapter, Honorable Mason Toba is following the show. I'm seeing Penon Davis is following. The former president of our union, Madam Kali Jebele, also following the show. That's Weddy Tower. Thanks for following. Our Queen, Delaware Valley chapter, Miss Ora Wule is following the show. And thanks to my special guest, Mr. Milton Shekpeh. Seeing Edison, how you doing? My man Osiri Goa followed the show. I seen Kima. Kima, sorry if I don't call your name right. Aliyah Biko Moyen, that's the queen for the Delaware, not Delaware, but Minnesota chapter. Oliver Zico Sabet Poor, how you doing, sir? I'm seeing the national president, Jiko Geleo. Thanks for following the show, sir. Matilda, how you doing? Thanks for following. I also seen here Princess Pretty Kanga. How you doing? Ezekiel Solo, how you doing, buddy? Does Hilton Wulajedo, how you doing, buddy? Seeing Madam Kamala Ross. That's Tamani Morris, President Otello and Colo. I've seen also Justina Bright, how you doing? I've seen Angeline Weir. Then I recognize President Dave Cooley. I recognize, let me see, Madam Lisa Farley. That's Bolu Yempu Shuku. That's Giflo. That's a whole paragraph. Madam Joyce Sayers following Tape Zaza. Kebe, that's Samakai. How you doing, Mr. Botojawi is watching. Vanessa, how you doing? Vanessa Fofana. And I'm seeing President Francis Clark Miles, who are the impromptu guests, Mr. James Panto. I'm seeing Lucy Zarzar. Then who here? Madame Comfort Suba. Okay, these are the people I'm seeing. Thanks for following the Voice of Sano. And have a wonderful day. We'll catch you tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow.
Watch out. Ase fona jire, amude mule. Fonko segin mo. Sasa segin mo. Yes, yeah, yes, yeah, yes, yeah. Angele, angele, angele. Yes, yeah, yes, yeah, yes, yeah. Angele, angele, angele. Angele, angele, angele. Angele, angele, angele.
Love is the reason why we live. Love is the only thing that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for following the show. As I just saw Honorable Charles Croji just join us. We are out for the day. Have a wonderful day, ladies and gentlemen, and stay blessed, stay safe from the virus.